Use of pedestrian crossings provided.
It's not that I can see. She's got new teeth and everything.
You got new teeth?
Yeah.
Especially for the journey?
Yeah.
Let's see
Just taking them out for the show. Got me soon.
How you doing? Where are we going today?
We are going, yeah.
Yeah,
So you have
to sort of repeat the questions.
So when he edits it, it doesn't sound like an interview.
Yeah. So where are we going today?
Today we are going to Switzerland, to Bern.
To Bern? To Bern?
To Bern.
My mum may be going to Bern, but I'm going to Bern.
Okay.
What I'd like you to do is to list all of the cities we've ever been to with Susan and Darren.
Oh, good God.
We've been to Lancaster, Crewe, Birmingham, Coventry, Dublin, Kilkenny, Edinburgh, Cologne, Switzerland, Eastleigh, Bristol,
Brighton,
Belfast, Leeds, the St. Liverpool,
Bristol,
yes, the St. Berlin.
They said Berlin.
Send me your heart attack. Give me a little bit more wine on my waist.
Oh yeah, we've been Amsterdam twice.
Rotterdam.
Rotterdam. Place you can't pronounce.
Got a true constant spring. Them checks that we come from Cosmo Spring, but the two them don't know acting. Them know that we top ranking. Uptown top ranking.
The places that I like are the places that feel like they want us there. So it's just like having a person to meet us or know that we're in the building and kind of what the show's about. Because you go to some venues and it feels very impersonal and business-like, and you're just one show of 50 that's booked there, and then other places they kind of have a real personal touch to them.
It's like you just go and you're there and then you're gone, but you get some venues where it really make you feel at home, they make you feel welcome, they always come in to help you, see if there's anything you want. I think it goes from one extreme to another.
In the whole time I have been living up 57 Farewell Avenue in my council house, I have never once got none of my neighbours has ever got a flyer for a show. Never. You're expected to either go into the theatre, which people don't do anyway because of the way there's still that kind of thing about what theatres are and who should enter them. Coming from the background I come from, people are the best bullshit detectors ever because they tell it like it is. They know when people are genuine and when people are dished in genuineness. Now I run an academy of young people and I will get certain companies just phone me when they've got boxes to tick because they want a whole load of black kids on stage. Don't take taxpayers' money and say you come to us, you have to go to them. If you start going to the people, the reason why people around my way will buy Nike trainers is because Nike's in their face. You have to get out there and you have to do the graft, you have to do the work. Don't rely on people coming into the theatre and then getting their statistics and then going in their email. If you want to reach new audience, you have to go to where the new audiences are.
I do remember in Newcastle when I was sat next to this chap that had a bottle of, I'm sure it was Guinness or something, and he said he'd been to a funeral that day and he had nothing to do, so he thought he would come and see the show, and he said he really enjoyed it, and he was trying to talk to me all through the show because he thought he could, and he was I found it actually hilarious that he thought, well, he had nothing to do, so he'd come and see a show, and he'd just been to a funeral. He was nice, oldish guy, black hair and a tash.
I remember the people more than I remember the places and the conversations I had, but I can't place them city by city. Like, there was a man and a woman who was like, after the show, he came up to me and he was like, oh, thanks, I'm not going to sleep tonight. And I was like, well, why? And he's like, because I won't stop thinking about my mum. And he was quite flustered and kind of, ooh. And he was like, I won't stop thinking about my mum tonight because I don't really get on with her and I've not spoke to her. And then his wife's like, yeah, they have got kind of a difficult relationship. And they were kind of like a very Middle England couple. And I think it was in kind of one of the venues where it was, I remember it being on the stage where we performed it, and it was kind of one of the more traditional theatres where we had that more traditional theatre going crowd. I remember that conversation.
I remember the young boy in Belfast that was sat in the audience, and he seemed a bit bored and a bit bingy, and I think he was with his mum and his auntie, and then he asked me a question in the question time. He said, do you go to bingo? And I said, no. He said, well, I give up my bingo to come here. I said, well, that's something different then, for you're in it. I remember him and the guy at Belfast knitting. His mum and dad, the young lad that said that, not his mum and dad, his auntie and his mum invited me back to Belfast to go and stay with them for a while. It's basically just been a marvellous experience. It gives us some, I mean, we're close anyway as a family group, but it's something that we've all experienced together, because Donna's been part of it, Keisha and Caius have been in the videos. Yeah.
It's easier that we can be living our everyday humdrum life and then not worry about the show until we land in the city that we're doing it in, and that it's as natural to us to be doing the show, and for everyone else it's as natural for us to be doing the show as it is as it is to my mum going out of the morning cleaning. It's like, oh, Pam will go away, oh, you're off doing your show this weekend,
and so they
just like making a doctor's appointment.
It's like I'm going on a week's holiday really when I tell him.
Doctors,
it's like I'm
dentists,
having 2 weeks holiday.
Susan and Darren.
Yeah.
It's kind of
it's very normal now.
Yeah, and we do make
it feels very normal. It doesn't feel. I don't feel like a fish out of water. I don't get stressed about it or anything like that. It just feels as part of our, because it's gone on so long. It's part of our routine now. It's very routine. I remember the lad last night telling me he had nice hips.
It's hard touring, isn't it?